Well, the words date back 400 years, but the laughs and biting wit are as current as your most recent Facebook post. The Port Arthur Little Theater presents on William Shakespeare's best comedies, Much Ado About Nothing. Tom Wright joins us from the Port Arthur Little Theater with more. Tom?
Thanks a lot, Kelly. Of course, this is classic theater when you're talking about William Shakespeare. Also, it's a tough thing to pull off, and so we're going to talk a little bit about the process here. And with us is Brad Huckabee and Much Ado About Nothing, one of Shakespeare's comedies. It centers on two couples, and then some madness ensues from that.
Right.
Because it's Shakespeare. I'm curious. Two things that happen. The language, of course, is beautiful. It's poetic. It's rhythmic. It's also sometimes difficult. So how did your first Shakespeare, how did you approach that?
Well, with the aid of our fantastic director, Katie Mulvaney, she actually, as we rehearsed each scene, each new block of dialogue, we would sit down and break it down and translate it into modern words so that we could actually understand what we were saying. So that way we're not just up here, reciting something that we've just memorized. We're actually, we know what we're doing. Yeah,
the intent
exactly.
of the words themselves.
So that was extremely helpful. Other than that, just studying it and studying it and studying it. It was definitely a challenge, but it was a lot of fun to get this show together. So.
I bet. Yeah. I mean, do you think there's lines that will stay with you forever?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. All right, Much Ado About Nothing, and you guys have already opened the show. There are going to be two more weekends of performances.
Absolutely. We have this Friday and Saturday at 7:30, and then this Sunday at 2:30 for the next 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. Much Ado About Nothing.
You will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my dear Lady Disdain? Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she has such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Well, then is courtesy a turncoat, for it is true that I am loved of all ladies. Only you excepted, and I would I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for it is certain I love none.
Oh, dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I am of your humor for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
Oh, may God keep your ladyship still in that mindset so that some gentleman or other may escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twere such a face as yours were.
You are a rare parrot teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so good a continuer. But keep thy way. In God's name I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
Okay, in modern language, we call that snarky. and it was snarky 400 years ago, and it's snarky today. It's great. But anyway, next 2 weekends in Port Arthur Little Theater, Much Ado About Nothing, some classic William Shakespeare. Kelly?
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.